Que vuelta, mi gente? I'd like to tell you a little story. More importantly, how this party came to be. It all started about 18 years ago when I met one of my now best friends, Max, through my fraternity. We instantly bonded over our love of music, and more specifically, house music. This is him. As tradition, we have about 500 of these pictures of us at different events over the years. And so over time, we started to meet each other's friends. Although I'd already known them, I got closer to Tati and D through that same love of music, and we started to go out as a group, adding friends along the way. Then our buddy Ray comes down from the Tampa chapter of our fraternity, and we end up bonding over the same love of music and parties. Well, as anyone who's lived in this city long enough will tell you, the majority of people see clubbing and dance music as a small phase in their life, when they were young and wild and they eventually outgrow it. Well, for some of us, that just isn't the case. We love it too much. The dark rooms, the loud music, the long nights, the connections made out of that shared love for the music, it ends up becoming part of who you are. So that group of friends that used to go out, that used to have like 20 people, start to dwindle and dwindle and dwindle. Down to about 6 people. Max, Ray, Tati, D, Frank, and myself. Now don't get me wrong, there'll be people that come out once in a blue moon and scratch that itch and have that feeling again, but the majority of them just wanted to move on, and we wanted to live in Neverland. Now throughout this time, I'm DJing and things were going decently well. I had played a few small raves, thrown my own party at Mecca, and thanks to my amazing friend and protege Dio, being the extrovert that he is, I was getting a lot of regular gigs. Then Dio moves to New York to follow his dream, and by every measure possible, that man has lived it, and I'm incredibly proud of him for doing it. However, with Dio gone and living his best life, so went my shot at playing out, or so I thought. As so happens, Ray himself was starting to get into DJing. He built a studio in his house, and I would go over there once a month and hang out with him and Tati, and we did a mix, and that's how R&R came to be. At this point, I wasn't really looking for gigs, but always wanted to get back in there. I miss playing to crowds, to people that really love to dance, and when you're a DJ that's rocked a crowd before, there's truly no better feeling in the world. The drug that money can't buy. Around this time, our circle started to grow. I inherited a new group of friends, one by one. A group of people I knew existed but hadn't been lucky enough to find. It started with Tati meeting Kiki through a friend, then Ray and Tati meet Jackie and Adam in space, and then through them came Nico. When I first met Kiki, I just knew that I wanted to be this guy's friend. He's sweet as fucking pie and liked music that sounded like the devil himself that produced it that morning. We ended up also finding out that we're both Eagle Scouts, and there was a connection there that we didn't even know existed. Then I met Adam and discovered that we have the same sick, twisted sense of humor, like two raccoons in a dumpster at 2 a.m. Chaotic, trashy, and absolutely insane. Anything for a laugh. The last one I met was Nico, which was funny because Ray and Tati always said, "You gotta meet this guy, he reminds me so much of you." Well, sure as shit, when I finally meet him, it's like being in the middle of Oklahoma and two Cubans find each other on the other side of the rodeo, and you can hear the "Oye, que vuelta sere" as our hands shook for the first time. I saw something in him that I'd seen in myself so long ago, and I could also see that he was hungry for more. After this, the stars aligned, and I had the opportunity to meet Dave and Lucho. And although I had been going to their parties for years, I never had the chance to formally meet them and introduce myself as a DJ. Introvert. Thanks to them, I was able to play my first gig in years this past Miami Music Week, and it truly was a dream come true. That feeling of rocking that crowd came screaming back in. Through all years of my attending MMW or WMC, whatever you want to call it, I had never had a legit gig like that. And I can't tell you how grateful I am that not only the opportunity to work with them, but the guidance they have given me. A second chance in my dream, essentially. So at this point, you may be asking yourself, why the fuck are you telling me all this? Well, I'm telling you this because all the characters in the story are getting together to throw a party on the 28th of June. Tati, Ray, Kiki, Adam, Nico, and myself will all be playing together in Missoula. It's going to be our night. And it's been a dream that I wanted to make happen since I met each of them. I wanted us to have this memory, and I also wanted it to be a stepping stone for us. Friendship is something that I value very highly, and I hope that you do too. And I hope that you can come out and share a love of friendship and music with us in Missoula. It'll be a first for a lot of things. It's free to come and dance the night away with us, or you can help support the cause by buying a bottle that's reasonably priced at $3.05. Also, a very special thanks to Zip, Danny, for helping out with the flyer and showing me a thing or two about graphic art. I hope that you guys can join us on this night and help make all of our dreams come true. Cheers.